Hi, welcome everybody. I wanted to record this screencast so that I could give you a quick tour of our course homepage. So one of the things I wanted to show you is on the homepage, once you've gotten to here, and if you're watching this video, you have, is in the center of the page is where all of the announcements I send are posted. So make sure right now this is expanded, but it might look like this on your page. So make sure you click on this arrow to expand the announcements, and then you can click on them to see all the announcements that I send. What I typically do is I'll send an announcement like this, week 1 due dates, and I will do this every week at the beginning of the week, and it will clearly outline all of the things that are due that week. So it's an easy way to keep track of what is necessary for that week's assignments. And so that's the first thing that's on the course homepage. So the next thing I wanted to show you was this course information. The course information link is the best place to go to answer almost all of your questions that are about the course, due dates, the syllabus, information on how to contact me, information about taking the tests, and how to schedule them, and the reflection surveys. Most of them, that's all information that I am loading onto our course. So most of it's going to be found on this course information page. I've just taken this information and put it on a couple of sub items. So the general course information, like the syllabus is here. Please make sure you read that. Open that document, print it out if you want to, and read through that. This is a nice, quick, easy reference for you, weekly due dates. So, if you know you have a vacation coming up and there's going to be some reason why you might be missing, not as focused on this course and you want to get ahead, you can look and see which assignments are going to be due and when they are due. So you are always welcome to work ahead. So please feel free to click on that link. Remember, again, that's the weekly due dates. The welcome letter that I sent you with the email is listed here as well in my instructor information and a short video, this course tour. Here's another screencast where I show you some tips on how to complete your homework. And then here is a link to a Word document where you can see some hints on how to work on your calculator. The midterm and final exam resources page, this has a practice exam for both the midterm and the final and the answers, and a nice printout study guide that you can look at. And down here is where I list all the links to the pages on how you register to take the midterm and to take the final. The surveys are also listed here. After you take the midterm, I want you to complete a midterm reflection. And after you take the final, I want you to complete the final reflection survey. So once again, this course information is where most of that very valuable information can be found. This link, homework, links you to the homework. Once again, I showed you where those due dates were, the weekly due dates, but you can see here the due dates are listed next to each of these assignments. Notice they're due at midnight on the day that they are due. The discussion boards are found on this page, and so you can post anything on here. I'd like to point out the words of wisdom. If you click on that link, these are some comments from students that have taken the course before, so you might want to read through this. It's some advice they would give you on what they did and what they suggest you do so that you can be successful. Any tutorials that I create will be listed under the Mrs. Dunn's tutorials. This simplex method is actually not created by me, but this is a nice series I found on YouTube that helps. This chapter 6 is a tough one. A lot of students struggle in this section. It's a lot of new, different material. So you might find yourself coming back to here. And remember that these videos are here for your help. All the quizzes are found under the quizzes and tests link. Their due dates are listed as well. Remember, you are allowed 2 attempts on a quiz as long as you score 80% on your homework. So make sure you're doing the homework and get that second attempt to take the quiz. Don't wait till the last minute. Give yourself a chance so that you have time to take the second attempt. This gradebook link is very, very important. This is where your grade's going to show. If you expand it, it'll show you all of the different categories, homework, quizzes, tests, etc. So if you want to know where you stand in the course, make sure you're checking this gradebook link often. Under this chapter contents, this is a nice link to help you I told you guys at the beginning that you have access to an ebook. So your textbook is actually online. So if you click on this chapter contents, let me show you that again. So on the main page, click on chapter contents. Then this will allow you to go straight to the chapters in our book. So for example, we're going to be doing chapter 4. So if I click on chapter 4, this will open that page in your textbook. I strongly encourage that you actually read your textbook. It's very, very valuable. And, that's what if you're taking an online course, then you're working more independently, and it's less listening to me talk to you and more about you taking the initiative and learning the material. So I strongly encourage you to look at your textbook. So this is the second page of this section. Remember, we're in chapter 4. And one of the things I wanted to show you is this link. If you see this link in your textbook, that's going to provide a video to help explain each of these examples, which can be really, really valuable. So look for these icons. Your e-text is actually interactive. This allows you to practice the exercises. So if I click on that link, then it actually provides you with some practice and will give you some feedback. So here you're graphing a line. So you can see that here, which is, kind of cool and can be helpful. So anyway, make sure that you're looking at your textbook. And the only other thing that I wanted to show you is this multimedia library. If you click on the multimedia library, and for example, you are going to be doing chapter 4. So if I look at chapter 4 and I clicked on select all media type, click on find now, this is a spot where there's all these resources for chapter 4. Here are the interactive sections of your textbook. Here's a list of actual PowerPoints. These can be awesome. If you click on these PowerPoints, you can actually print these out. You can take notes on them. It will explain each of these sections. It tells you what the objectives are, gives you lots of examples, walks you through all these problems that you can do at your own pace. This could be extremely valuable. Also, look at all these videos. These are all the videos that they have for chapter 4. And remember, you can do this for each of the chapters. I would say the most difficult chapters that students have trouble with is chapter 6, and then the probability in chapter 8 sometimes causes a little bit of difficulty. So anyway, that's just a brief tour. I'll go back to our main menu and where the announcements are listed. And I look forward to hearing from you. Remember that the most important thing is that you communicate with me. Please don't hesitate to send me an email. I enjoy your questions. And remember, I'm always here to help you. So good luck. Email me with any questions.